Hey, good morning. This is not the usual lake. I'm in New York City. I had to come here to do a little bit of work. I've been here for about 9 days. So last time I was here, I found this rock here. It's actually surrounded by water, so we're going to call it being on the water. So we've gone through the book of Matthew verse by verse to see what it is Jesus had to say about the end times from 24 on to the end, chapter 24 on, and then as well as just go through his death and resurrection to not only hear what it is he said that we should be doing and what it is we should expect to happen, but also watching what it is he did and paying attention to what it is so we know why it is we do what we do. So we're just going to pick it up right there. It's raining out here. Hopefully it doesn't pick up. I can hear some thunder in the background, but we're just going to keep on rolling. Pick it up in Matthew 26, starting verse 31. Then Jesus said to them, "All of you will be made to stumble because of me this night, for it is written, I will strike the shepherd and the sheep of the flock will be scattered. But after I have been raised, I will go before you in Galilee." Peter answered and said to him, "Even if all are made to stumble because of you, I will never be made to stumble." Jesus said to him, "Assuredly, I say to you, that this night, before the rooster crows, you will deny me 3 times. Peter said to him, "Even if I have to die with you, I will not deny you." So said all the disciples. I think this particular verse is so incredibly important because I believe that we're all capable of this. If you call yourself a Christian, we're capable of this kind of thing. I've done this, and I'm not proud of it, of course. But there's times I've been embarrassed, or I just didn't want to say what I should have said. Usually as a teenager, but even as an adult, young adult, and even as an older adult, it still takes place. Maybe the Spirit is telling you to go do something you choose not to, or somebody's telling you about Jesus and you decide, you're not going to engage, or whatever the case may be. I remember I had a friend a long time ago. He was kind of a ruffian. He liked to fight a lot. Wasn't very intelligent. But he liked the things of God, and he loved Jesus. And one day we were out golfing with some other friends, and one of them kept cursing God. Like, he'd get mad at his shot and he'd curse God. I didn't say anything, but my friend kept telling him to stop. Finally, my friend, when he cursed him, he said, "You know what? Jesus died for me, and if you curse him again, I'm gonna beat you up." But he used another term for that. And the guy stopped. Now, I'm not saying that's the right thing to do, because most of us were like, "Man, you gotta calm down. You can't do this," But I admired that. I don't recommend it, but I did admire it. I did admire what he did there. Essentially was willing to throw fists because somebody was cursing God. And that story sticks out in my head. I think about it all the time, and it's probably the millionth time I've shared that story with somebody. Because I think that's where we have to be. Jesus said we got to become like babies, and I see, to some degree, my friend, it was a very simple, very basic, immature act. But at the same time, I think it made Jesus very, very proud in that moment. So I think it's important that we start to see things like that for what they are. Those moments, if somebody's cursing God, I think they need to be told to stop. I think if somebody's denying Jesus to your face, I think you need to remind them what it is he did for you. And I'm not saying you got to be all in everybody's face all the time about it, but what I am saying is that in those moments when you have opportunity, when people are cursing him, or people are denying him, or talking about how foolish it is to be a Christian and follow him, that you stand up for those things and you stand up for him. Because in the end, that's all we really have. You know, that's it. If you call yourself a Christian, there's a moment in time when you might even be asked to deny him or lose your head. And in that moment of the embarrassment or whatever it is that's causing you to just kind of reject him, it has to be significantly more bold. And I think that's why that story stands out to me so much of my friend on the golf course there, because he was bold. It was a very bold thing to say. People curse God all the time. All the time. And we have to stand up for him. We are the stewards of the Christian faith until Christ returns. And you've seen how the church is handling things. So that leaves a few, that leaves a remnant to do bold things. To tell people, you know, I'm not okay with you cursing God. He died for me. He laid down his life for me. Stop cursing him. Or yes, I love him. Of course I'm a follower of Jesus. Who wouldn't be? That kind of boldness. I remember when I was at Kurt Gowdy State Park in Wyoming, and somebody asked me, well, how are you so bold? And I wasn't always this way. But I changed this way because of what he did for me. If anybody's willing to lay down their life for me, I'm going to be bold for them. Because there's not that many out there. There's many people. There's not that many people come bail me out of jail if I went to jail, let alone lay down their life for me. And I'm willing to bet you have a lot of the same stories. Not a lot of people lay down their life for you. There's soldiers, police, and then there's Jesus. Maybe parents, maybe spouse, maybe not. But Jesus for sure. Absolutely he would. I think we've even seen recently police not being willing to lay down their life for people. But Jesus would. Every time. Of course Jesus will. He'd do it again if he had to. He doesn't have to, because that was enough. But he would if he had to. We have to be bold. We have to be bold. Sorry, my arm's getting tired. I should have brought a tripod out. We have to be bold for Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen. And I know a lot of you, just like Peter, I'd never do that. Never do that. Never do that. And then we find ourselves in situations all the time. Me too. Where for whatever reason, we hold back the bold. We hold back the truth. We hold back the love, the grace, the sacrifice. We hold that all back. He didn't hold any of that back. But we do. We have to change, ladies and gentlemen. We have to change. Not sure what that was back there. Something jumped out. We have to change. I hope these videos are helping. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. Feel called to support this channel with Patreon. That link is below. But the most important part of this channel, we take prayer requests. So please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, love guns.